guys, we're going to be doing chapters 13 and 14 of third grade Angels. And I'm home, so you might hear my little boy in the background, so just ignore, All right, chapter 13, Chipmunky. Darren Trapp is still in the race. I sneaked a peek at his cursive. It's as perfect as mine. And I think he saw Mrs. Sims whispering to him. I saw him holding a door for a girl. He sits up perfectly straight in class. I tested him at recess. I stood next to him and dropped a piece of paper on the ground. When I was sure Mrs. Sims wasn't looking, he picked it up. There's only one thing all of this can mean. Darren Trapp wants that first halo too. I guess the big question is, does he want it as bad as I do? I can feel his breath on my neck. I'm running faster and faster. I volunteered to do the dishes at home. My father thought I was joking. He laughed. We have a dishwasher. I tried to buy a box of dog biscuits with my allowance at the supermarket. What's that for? My mother asked. For Mrs. Sims' dog. I told her. Mr. Moto. I thought you told me Mrs. Sims cannot be bribed, she said. She can't, I said, but this isn't for her. It's for her dog. Put it back, she said. Some people don't make it easy being perfect, but I'm not giving up. When I see students heading for the water fountain, I rush ahead and push the button for them. I hold the door for boys. I don't even think the word zipper nose anymore. It's not easy. As soon as I think I'm perfect, I think of something I missed. And then there's another problem. People keep messing me up. Like the other day in school, I was doing cursive letter P. Then I had to go to the bathroom. When I came back, I found a whole line of letters with an extra curl at the bottom so they looked like B's. I looked over at Joey. He was doing his letters, but his face was getting red and blue from trying not to laugh. It took me 5 minutes just to erase the messed up line. That same day after school, I couldn't find my teddy bear, Winky. It's always sitting up against my pillow. I finally found it in my underwear drawer. Every day I find something else where it's not supposed to be. I know my sister is doing it. But until I get my halo, I'm afraid to fight back. So I headed for the tub. Mom found me in the suds. Oh no, she went. Chipmunky again. She was right. I've been in the tub almost every day lately. I'm a nervous wreck, I told her. I don't know why that was funny, but she laughed. Yes, I can see that. She sat up on the edge of the tub. Don't you think maybe you're getting a little carried away? Maybe you're taking this angel business a little too far. I have to stay ahead of Darren Trapp, I said. He's just waiting for me to make a mistake. She reached into the tub and tugged my earlobe with soapy fingers. Suds, by the end of the year, everybody will have a halo. It's okay not to be first. It's okay to be second, or 10th, or even last. It's okay not to be first. I tried to wrap my brain around those words, and I couldn't. And then, yesterday, 4 things happened. Chapter 14. Oh no! The first thing happened in the morning at recess. I saw a candy wrapper on the ground, and I picked it up. Joey poked me. Why do you keep doing that? I told you before I said I want the first halo. But look, he said. He pointed at the school and all around the playground. Mrs. Sims isn't even here. You're not even getting credit for it. I grinned. Yes, I am. He blinked. You are? I got closer. I whispered. She has spies. He boggled. What? Mrs. Sims can't be watching everywhere all the time, so she has spies. Her friends. His eyes darted around. How do you know? My mom said. The boggle went away. He did more blinking. Then he was grinning. I mean, not just any grin. The grin was so big, it was almost scary. What's so funny? I said. Your mom, he said. What do you mean? He poked me. She was joking, you dude. There ain't no spies. You calling my mom a liar? I'm calling your mom a joker. He tossed a gummy bear at me. It bonked off my nose. There ain't no spies. There ain't no spies. Now it was my turn to boggle. The second thing happened in the afternoon. We were riding home on the bus. My sister sat behind me. She kept taking off her seatbelt and reaching over my seat and sticking her finger in my ear. She knows I can't stand that. It was getting harder and harder for me not to strike back. So I got off the bus early. "Hey," she called, "it's not your stop." I kept walking. I prayed she wouldn't follow me. She didn't. 2 other kids got off with me, Heather first and Constantina Papez. Heather said, "This isn't your stop." "I know," I said. I started walking for home. I heard a scream, "Buster! Buster!" A little black and white dog came around the corner. It had a leash, but there was no person on the other end of the leash. Then the person, a teenage girl, came around the corner, chasing the dog, yelling, "Buster! Buster!" The dog was heading straight for me. It was almost close enough for me to grab the leash when it turned and started across the street. I went after it. I dove after the leash, and I grabbed it. I felt the tug of the dog on the other end. I heard screaming. The teenage girl, but something else was screaming too, even louder. Brakes! I was lying in the street. I looked up. The dog at the end of the leash was inches from the front fender of a car. Suddenly, the girl was picking me up along with the dog and wrapping us in hugs and tears. And a lady was coming out of the car saying, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." I can't even remember walking the rest of the way home. What I do remember is the third thing. The third thing happened in my room, on my bed. I was still shaking too hard to make it to the tub. I closed my eyes. I took a deep breath. Finally, I started to calm down. When my brain started to work again, this is the first thought it sent to me. "Hey man, you just did the best good deed ever. Slam dunk. The halo is yours." Then my brain sent me Joey's words. "There ain't no spies." What if he was right? What if there were no spies reporting back to Mrs. Sims? What if I wasn't going to get credit? What if the best good deed ever was going to go to waste? The fourth thing started with my brain talking to itself. So, don't let it go to waste. How do I do that? Make your own report. So that's what I did. With my best cursive, I wrote down what happened with the dog. I included everything. "Buster, Buster!" The brakes screeching, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" I filled up the page. I folded it real neat. I put it in an envelope. I sealed the envelope. I put the envelope in my backpack. When I got to school today, I put the envelope on Mrs. Sims' desk, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Another envelope was already sitting there. Oh no, I thought. Aaron Trapp must have done a slam dunk good deed too, and wrote a report, and beat me to it. I was shell-shocked. I didn't raise my hand in class all day. I was more zombie than human by the time Mrs. Sims said, "Well, angels, tomorrow's the big day. One of you will be the first to get a halo." All right, guys. So that was chapter 13-14. Don't forget to do your questions. And your question of the day is, where has been your most favorite place that you have ever visited? So a vacation, the zoo, the beach. Let me know and tell me why. All right, guys. Bye.